Hey there, my name is Simeon Krastev and I'll be the presenter of today's live webinar, which topic is going to be how to lose 10 or more pounds as a busy guy and build a lean, muscular, Hollywood type of physique with ease. And my goal for you today is really simple. I want you to have everything you need to go out there and start your body transformation today and lose the stubborn belly fat while building lean muscle. And all of that even if you've never been into shape or into sports, and while still eating the foods you love, working out only a few times a week. This training's the real deal, so I want you to pay really close attention, and please turn off all distractions off Instagram, Facebook, and email notifications because they disturb the connection and you might get disconnected from this webinar, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to get back in as the spots are very limited. So please make sure you turn everything off, and if you share a connection with somebody else in your house, tell them not to download anything so you can stay with me for the training because I have very special things for you. And if you stay till the very end, I'll have some special bonuses that I'm going to share with you in just a second. And also make sure you grab a pen and a piece of paper and take notes because we're going to be covering a lot of information today. There's nothing for sale, just pure value, and there's not going to be a replay of this live training, so you want to make sure you get as much out of it as you can. So what I'm going to show you today are the exact same strategies that I've used to drop 17 pounds of fat and get a lean, aesthetic physique in just 90 days while working full-time and building business on the side. And here's exactly what I'm going to cover. Why and how you should be training differently as a busy guy if you want to get results fast. The only 3 things you need to do to get lean, six-pack abs and build an impactful looking physique. How to go out there and lose 5 to 10 pounds in your first week after watching this webinar. How to build up a masculine body by strategically training the body parts that are sex appealing and will instantly grab women's attention. How to structure your workouts and your path to building a nectar-like physique. I'm also going to have a live Q&A at the very end, so you can ask me questions live if you have any. And as I said, I have something very special for those of you who stay till the very end. I'll give you the Impactful Look Diet Blueprint that will show you how to drop fat on demand. And the blueprint originally sells for $99, but if you stay till the very end, I'll give it to you for free. And you'll also get a chance to win one of the 3 30-minute free consultations I'll be giving away after the webinar. And each of them is worth $197, so you want to stay in for that. So who is this webinar for? It is for men who are just starting out and want to lose 10 or more pounds of fat and build lean muscle at the same time. Men who are already working out and eating healthy but are tired of not seeing the results of their efforts. Guys who are tired of being out of shape but just can't find the time to get fit. Guys who want to be more confident and set an example for those around them. Positive, enthusiastic people who are go-getters. And the house rules for today's webinar: this is not a get fit quick scheme. This is not a take a pill and lose fat while watching TV all day. And if you're a negative, uninspired person who doesn't want to do the work, you better sign out now. There's also a quick disclaimer I want to put in here. It's neither my results or my client results are typical. The people who you're going to hear about are hardworking guys who have put in the effort and did the work. And the results you're going to get with what I'm going to teach you today are entirely up to you. So we as men who are trying to get fit currently face one of the biggest problems in the history. Our lifestyle has entirely shifted over the past 50 years, and we're now working harder than ever. 50 to 70 hours a week is a normal regular week. The work culture is totally shifted. Our responsibilities are ever increasing. The distractions and temptations out there are just mind-boggling. We have unlimited access to information but yet struggle to use it and take action. And all of the fitness advice that is out there is still from the 60s, meaning that the approach to eat 6 meals a day and work out 5 times a week is not applicable to our current lifestyle and doesn't fit our busy, demanding schedule. And here are the results. 3 in 4 men, which is about 74%, are considered to be overweight or obese, according to statistics of National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases. More than ever, men are suffering from low self-esteem, which harms their careers, relationships, sex life, and life in general. The global dietary supplement market will reach 220 billion US dollars in 2022, and men are fatter and unhappier than ever. And why I'm sharing all of this information with you is because I want to tell you it's not your fault that you're in the current situation you're in. 95% of the guys out there are facing the exact same struggles you are. And you have every right to be skeptical about this life training, but what I'm going to show you today will blow your mind. I'll show you how you can get lean without ever touching supplement. How you can work out only a few times a week and get the results that others are getting paid for. Peak your mental state and get your confidence back by shifting from fixed to growth mindset. And how to be more productive and actually enjoy the entire journey. And right now is the perfect time for you to start your journey to get a lean, masculine, aesthetic body. Just a quick story. My name is Simeon Krastev, and I'm an ex-personal trainer from Sofia, Bulgaria, as you can probably tell by the accent already. And, excuse me guys, now I live in Hong Kong. And I've transformed my body completely in just 90 days while working full-time and building a business on the side. And I'm going to teach you how you can do it exactly the same. And all that while still enjoying burgers, pizza, and occasionally drinking. But before we jump in, let me give you my backstory of how I got to where I am today. And I established some base so you can learn a bit more about me, and also probably see that I was facing some of the struggles that you probably are facing today. So I grew up as an extremely skinny kid, and I was extremely shy as well. I didn't go out at all. I was a computer game addict. I was playing World of Warcraft pretty much 15, 16, 17 hours a day, and I was getting paid for it. So I found my little spot in the world where I would stay at home all day long. I would just order fast food. I would drink 4 or 5 liters of Coke, and I didn't do any sports, and by any I mean I was extremely bad at everything. You know, in high school they usually have the 2 best players in the class select their teams, and I was always the last one to be picked. And I remember it was, I think, 6th grade, where we had this physical education test where we had to do 20 push-ups, 5 pull-ups, and 50 sit-ups. And I was so bad at the push-ups that the teacher thought that I was screwing around with her, because literally what I would do, I would just move my hips back and forth, and she thought that I was making fun of her. So she had me stand in front of the entire class and apologize to her for not being able to do push-ups, literally. So this moment stuck in my head, and I always had this negative association with any type of sports or physical activity for that matter. And as for the pull-ups, after 4 months of rigorous trying, I was only able to get half a pull-up and just hold there for a second and then fall back down. And the teacher finally would let me pass the class, but she made sure that everybody knew that I sucked at sports and I didn't deserve it. So I grew up hating sports. I grew up hating any physical activity, and I wasn't very social either. My confidence was really low. I didn't have very many friends, and I didn't have a girlfriend at the time. I didn't speak to any girls for that matter. But yeah, it definitely wasn't an ideal situation for me to start at. And a couple of years in, I've decided that it's finally time for me to change. I was 16 at that time, so I decided that I'll start exercising. So I've joined a gym with a friend of mine, and I would go in there, pretty much try a bit of everything. I didn't enjoy it at all, so I quit shortly after, a week or 2 in. And I've joined another chapter of teens' lives. I started drinking, so I would get wasted every single night. And combined with my poor eating habits that I've developed over time, while being a computer game addict, I started gaining weight around my waist, so I became this skinny fat guy who didn't have any confidence, sucked at all sports out there, and I didn't like it. I felt bad I didn't enjoy it. I felt extremely bad in my skin. I couldn't walk around other people. I would stay home all day long. But I was 16. I was about to turn 17 at that time, so I decided it's time for me to make a change. So I approached one of the guys in the neighborhood. He was a soccer player at that time, so he was doing 2 a day type of workouts, and I joined him for a session where he introduced me to a personal trainer named Georgi. So he took me under his wing pretty much and showed me the ropes. He introduced me to proper nutrition, proper training, and I got hooked. For the next several months, I got some visible results finally, so other people started noticing. The very few friends that I had, they were like, "Oh, hey, have you been working out?" And I'm like, "Yeah. I've been working out. But deep inside, I knew that this is awesome. I mean, if other people can tell, it boosted my confidence a bit. I really enjoyed it. And girls started noticing as well. They were like, "Hey, have you been working out?" And I was like, "Yeah." So this is where I initially got hooked to actually work out and learn as much as I can about nutrition and training. So I spent the next several years mastering different sports. So I started playing basketball more actively. I started swimming, and I would still go to the gym several times a week, learning as much as I could from Georgi, and also reading everything I could about training and nutrition. So I did that about for a year and a half, and then I moved to the US for a summer program, for a work and travel program where I was a lifeguard. And I worked in Virginia, which is a really quiet state, so I didn't have very many people coming to the pool. And I decided that I'll devote all that extra time to finally become a personal trainer and help others transform their lives as I did. So I spent the next several months, about 8 or 9 months, studying rigorously every day for 7 to 8 hours. Again, learning as much as I could to finally become a personal trainer. And I did. I passed personal training certification through the International Sports Science Association. And I became coaching clients on the side. I was lifeguarding, and I would have 1 or 2 clients under my wing. And I wanted to become a personal trainer back home in Bulgaria, but I wouldn't get hired. I would apply to 100 different places, but nobody would hire me because I was 18 at that time, and I didn't look the part still. I didn't look like a buffed up dude. I didn't look like a bodybuilder, and this is the perception that people unfortunately have in Bulgaria, that you have to look massive in order to be a personal trainer, else you don't have the credibility. So I started bussing tables while still learning as much as I could about training and nutrition, to hopefully someday become a personal trainer in a gym where I could help people at scale. And I went next summer to the US again to be a lifeguard, so I can again have some more spare time where I can focus on the things that I want to learn and improve my skills for the future. And I've decided that I'm gonna sign up for a men's physique show as well, and I only had 90 days to prepare, and I really hope that it would boost my credibility in a way, and I could add it to my portfolio, so hopefully I would land a job next autumn. And that's exactly what I did. This is my first ever taste of victory. After 90 days of rigorous preparation, this is how I looked. You can see by the smile that I was extremely happy. And guys, please ignore the haircut. I was 19 at that time, so it looks really bad, but it is what it is. So I've competed. I didn't place among the top competitors, but it was my personal best, so it once again gave me that little confidence boost. And little do I know, as soon as I come back to Bulgaria, I found a job as a personal trainer, so I finally became one. I finally joined the personal training world. I started working for 2 gyms at the same time. So I was working in a little boutique studio a couple of hours a day, and then I was working in a big box gym, helping people at scale reach their goals. So I spent the next 5 years helping hundreds of people get fit. I worked with probably over 200-300 people, and while they got results, I've been doing it all wrong. And you'll see why the advice that you read in the magazines and forums simply doesn't work for you. As a matter of fact, this is how all personal trainers and fitness gurus out there train their clients, and unfortunately, I was no different. But I didn't know any better. Sure, some of my clients were able to get results, but the majority of them weren't. And it's because I was preaching the approach Here's how I did it, so of course you can do it too. But what's wrong with it, you may ask? I was a trainer, so staying in shape was something that I was living for and doing 24/7. My life was revolving around fitness and my client's life did not. I was eating home cooked meals and my clients were eating out all the time. I was training 10 to 12 hours a week and my clients were only working out 2 to 3 hours a week. And unfortunately, 99% of the trainers and gurus have that very same approach, which is not ideal for clients who have a busy and demanding schedule. So, fast forward a couple of years, and I've joined the corporate world. I've graduated marketing, so I had my internship in a multinational company. So I started working the 9 to 5 job, which actually ended up being more like 9 to 9 job, where I get to experience the struggles that all my clients were facing, and I realized that none of the advice that I was giving out to them was applicable anymore. So that's when the light bulb went on. I couldn't keep up with the workouts like I used to before. I had to constantly eat out, and I started traveling occasionally, so that was another problem I wasn't facing before. I was back to level 0 when it comes to body image and how I felt. All the principles I was following as a personal trainer did not work anymore. I started gaining fat and losing muscle. I had no energy, no drive, and couldn't sleep. I would start on my training regimen and diet, and 2 weeks later I'd quit on it. And I was extremely frustrated at that point, guys. Miserable, skinny fat with no confidence. This describes how my life looked at this point. Day after day I'd say, I'm getting myself back together and I'll start exercising. And I was hoping for the weekend so I can finally get some sleep in. I couldn't stand watching myself in the mirror because I knew how I once looked. And I'm sure some of you who've used to be quite fit in your teen years are feeling the same way now. So if you've once been athletic, if you've once been fit, I want you to please comment here in the comment section on the side. Just say yes if you feel like this right now. If you feel like you've been in incredible shape and now you start to lose it because of the busy, demanding schedule. Oh, okay, I'm getting some yeses here, so I guess you guys feeling the same way I did. So these are the struggles that I was facing at that time. I was always on, 24/7, 365 days a year. I was getting up early and working late. I was working from home, from the office, and even went on vacation. And there were a lot of sleepless nights. Stressful pace began to take its toll on my body, and I was constantly tired, irritated, with no energy. I was snacking on junk foods all the time in the office. And as I said, once I was looking athletic, now I looked completely pathetic and I felt even worse. So I've hit the rock bottom once again, struggling with my body image and health. And it wasn't until one day in the office, I was assigned to introduce a new female colleague of ours to the office and introduce her to the other colleagues. And she approached me and said, "Oh, I've seen your Facebook pictures. So you've been a personal trainer?" And I go like, yeah. She goes like, "What the hell happened to you?" And oh boy, did that hurt. It's like she stabbed me with a knife through the heart. I felt extremely bad, but I just shrugged at that time and said, just too much work. I've been busy this way. But deep inside, I was like, oh man, it's finally time you get yourself together and do something with yourself. Do something with your body, with your health. You can't do this any longer. So that's exactly what I did. And luckily enough, I've stumbled upon the work of Jim Rohn. At that time, I was in a kind of depressive state of my life. So I was watching a lot of personal development videos and going through a lot of materials to help get that inspiration and get myself in a positive mood. So I stumbled upon the work of Jim Rohn, and he had this quote that really resonated with me, and it said, "You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight." And that's exactly what I did. I took his words and acted on it right away, and I've completely transformed my life in the next 90 days. And transformed how I looked and how I felt. And here are the results: 17 pounds lighter and 6% body fat off. This is how I looked. And I did it in a much shorter time than I would do it the traditional way. I did it while I was working full time and I was building business on the side. And I did it while working out only few times a week for 2 to 3 hours and eating out all the time. So I'm gonna show you exactly how you can do the same with this training. But it wasn't just me. I helped a lot of other men transform their lives too. And here's what they're saying. This is from my client Ivan. He's a serial entrepreneur, really busy guy, running multiple businesses himself. So we are working out together 3 times a week. He's working out Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And he says, I describe the work with Simeon as a needed evil which turns into addiction. When choosing a coach, I'm looking for someone designing the sessions in such a way that I can't wait to come back to the gym, but yet are short and effective. And I started training because I needed a change in adrenaline. I've got plenty of both. I now feel better in my skin, more energetic and toned. So thank you, Ivan. And this one's from Evgeny, but I'm not gonna go through it. I just wanna go through the meat and potatoes faster, but you get a point. My clients were getting incredible results as well. So where the shift began? It began when I read another quote by Jim Rohn, and it said that you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So I analyzed that and figured out that all my friends and colleagues at that time were miserable and didn't work out at all. Happy hour after work is what we lived for, and healthy eating was only used on the last days of December when setting the goals for next year. Any physical activity was despised, and no wonder I was in the deep state that I was. No wonder I wasn't getting any results. Because my environment was poisonous at that time. Whenever I would start exercising, all my friends would try to get me off of it, and they would make fun of me for working out and not getting any results, and I would feel depressed, and I would quit shortly after. And I'm sure some of you experience the same thing. People around us can be really poisonous sometimes, and it doesn't only relate to health and fitness goals, it's also business related, relationships related. Sometimes people are really judgmental. So these powerful words changed my life completely. And it's be willing to destroy anything in your life that is not excellent. I repeat that again. Be willing to destroy anything in your life that is not excellent. So at that very moment, I realized that my life was going downhill, and it all started with my health and fitness because it directly impacted my confidence, my ability to execute. I wasn't as productive as I was once. I didn't have my confidence. I felt extremely bad. I didn't have any energy. So I decided it's time for me to change. But how to start when you're in that deep state of depression? When you're low at the bottom and you have to climb up the stair, but you just don't know where to start. You start by removing. So remove all the toxic people from your life. Remove all your negative thoughts. So no judgmental self-talks, guys. We are our own worst critics, and I'm guilty of that. Just don't be judgmental with yourself. Just try to do a little improvement every day and get a bit better, but don't be judgmental with yourself. Stay out of negative situations. So when you go out and do things that you hate, but yet social pressure forces it. I didn't put it really well here on paper, but I'm gonna explain it to you. For instance, they would invite you for a Saturday night party or get together, and you don't really want to go, but then all of your friends are asking you, so you end up going there. You end up binge eating a lot of food. You end up drinking, and you're not feeling great there, and you feel even worse the next day. So I was doing this for quite some time. I've been doing it for years, but I finally realized that it's time for me to stop doing these type of things and actually start saying no more than I say yes. So whenever I would get invited to an event where I would know that I didn't feel great and I didn't want to go to, I would just say no with no remorse, not feeling guilty. So Start doing that more often, guys. And to transform your body, you have to only master these 3 key areas: nutrition, training, and mindset. And I'm gonna break them down individually in just a second. So how to shift your daily routine. Life happens for you, not to you. So you're in the driver's seat. You get to direct where your life is going. It's not happening to you. You're not the victim. So you get to decide what's gonna happen to you. So the decisions that you make today are gonna be the results that you get tomorrow. So just remember that. Always ask yourself, does this help you reach your goal? So when you're making decisions, just put it through this filter. Does this help me reach my goals? And if it's yes, go ahead and do it. If it's no, think twice before you do it. Make sure you do one definite move to support your goals in future every single day, no matter how small. It could be eating an apple a day to improve your nutrition, as simple as that. And to transform your body, you need a system. You need a well thought out system that allows you to plug in and get results on demand and follow a structure, follow a plan that works and is proven to work. So a system should include nutrition, training, and mindset, because these are the 3 pillars that you need to master. And here are the key insights working with hundreds of guys. I've consulted with dozens of busy guys, both in person and online, and there's some common patterns that I've noticed. They have a long-term plan for their career and future, but not their health. They have the excuse that exercise will harm their productivity of work, as they'll be more tired. They compare themselves to the people in their surroundings, and they think there should be a huge time investment to get results, or they think they need to take steroids to look good. And guys, none of this is true. You can get results in extremely short time frame while still enjoying the foods you love and still enjoying social gatherings while actually getting more productive, having more energy. And I'm going to show you the way to 10 times your results by improving your nutrition, training, and mindset. So what is the number 1 reason why you can't drop fat? It is really simple. You eat more calories than your body burns. So it doesn't matter where these calories come from, whether that is from sugar or chicken. If you go over it, you will gain weight. It is as simple as that. So this is step 1. Calculate how much calories your body burns a day, and here's how. So make sure you grab a pen and a piece of paper and write that down. This is going to be extremely valuable information here. How to calculate the calories your body burns. So you have your body weight in pounds. So let's say I'm 170 pounds, and multiply that by 14, 15, or 16. So 14 if you're gaining weight easy, meaning you're an easy gainer, you eat and you feel like you're gaining weight just from drinking water. You know, there are people like that who have slow metabolism and they gain fat extremely easy. 15 if you're unsure, and 16 if you're a hard gainer. You know, these people, they can pretty much eat anything and they still can't put on weight. So multiply your body weight and it would look something like this. If you're 210 pounds, let's say, multiplied by 15, so you have 3,150 calories. This is how much your body needs to sustain its functions on a daily basis. And if you keep eating 3,150 calories a day, you maintain your weight. You wouldn't gain any, you wouldn't lose any. But if you want to drop fat, if you want to get in a fat loss state, you gotta deduct 300 to 500 from those 3,100 calories. So you get to 2,650 or 2,850 calories respectively. So if you consistently eat under than the amount your body burns, you'll drop fat. You get in the fat loss state, and it will allow your body to drop fat extremely quickly. Now that we've established how much you should eat, let's figure out how to do it to get you results. So what's wrong with the traditional dieting approach? The average diet is 70 or 80% foods that spike the insulin, And this happens when you're eating carbohydrates. We became carb eating monsters. And why is that a major flaw? We constantly put glucose in our body from all the food we constantly eat. And that results to high insulin levels, which pushes available glucose into our fat stores to be utilized as a secret energy source. We have about 24 to 36 hours of glucose stores in liver, and body will burn that source of easy fuel first before it gets to the fat. And there's so much insulin in the bloodstream of most guys out there due to the years of eating wheat and grains and sugars. And that's because for breakfast we're taught to eat juice, not eat, but to have orange juice for breakfast. We eat biscuits and piece of fruit or oatmeal. Then for lunch we would have bread, potatoes. We would have meat, and then for dinner we would have more of the same. We would have pasta, we would have bread, we would have meat. And it is simply impossible for our bodies to tap into the fat reserves and utilize them as an energy source. And what is the solution to that? How you can get out of this situation and actually start using your body fat that you have stored as an energy source? It is extremely simple. Allow your body a 16-hour window in a fasted state so you can actually tap into the fat reserves for an energy source and get rid of the fat fast. Simply put, skip breakfast and split your calories between 2 meals. This will allow you to eat more enjoyable and bigger meals, still staying under your calorie expenditure, and free you of the burden of wasting hours every day thinking about food. So instead of wasting an hour every morning to prepare the breakfast yourself, just skip it, have a bigger lunch, enjoy yourself more, and you'll be still in a deficit, and you'll be actually utilizing all the fat that you have stored in the 8-hour window in the morning that you're not eating. Now there's a little kicker that comes with it though. First week is going to be hard. It's going to be hard because your body's not used to it. There's a hormone called ghrelin. So this hormone doesn't it tricks your mind to believe that it has to eat because your body is adapted to a homeostasis clock and it's used to eat for breakfast, for lunch, or for dinner. So the first week's gonna be hard, and I mean it. But here are the 3 tips that will make the process extremely easy and enjoyable. Tip number 1 is drink coffee whenever you feel hunger. So this is a tip I've used to coach several runaway models, and whenever they have to get down low to a certain weight for a walk they have coming up or an event, whenever they felt hungry, they would drink coffee. But it's extremely important here, and I'll stress on it again, no sugar, no milk, just plain coffee, because coffee doesn't have any calories itself. But when you add the sugar, when you add the cream, it adds up, and with these Starbucks drinks, you can get anywhere between 400 to 500 calories from a cup of coffee. So tip number 2, drink plenty of water or soda to push past the fast window. So my drink of choice is usually soda water because it fills me up, and I would just drink liter and a half of sparkling water in the morning until I push to lunchtime and actually enjoy my window. And tip number 3 is whenever you feel extremely hungry and you feel that you absolutely have to eat, make sure you just have a piece of fruit, as it will trick your mind to believe it had a proper meal and will push hunger few hours away. And keep in mind, guys, only week 1 is going to be tough. If you push past it, it will be extremely easy to follow this approach and actually turn it into a lifestyle for you. And the most important thing, keep your protein high. And what do I mean by high? Gram per pound of body weight, or if you're overweight, meaning you have 20 or 30 or 40 pounds to lose, consume your target weight goals in grams of protein. And let's put it into practice. If you're 190 pounds and you want to get down to 160 pounds, just eat 160 grams of protein daily, just to make sure you keep building muscle and you keep sustaining your bodily functions in check. Because for your internal organs to work, for your liver to work, you need protein. So let's put this to practice now. I'll show you a day of eating here. For breakfast, nothing. You wouldn't have breakfast, so you can have coffee, water, soda water. 0-calorie drinks are okay, but not recommended. Because I remember when I was a computer game addict, I would drink 4 or 5 liters of Coke a day. And then I went transition to healthy eating. I still had this addiction to soda, so I would still occasionally have a Coke Zero. But if you guys can avoid it, do. If you're an addict like I was, just try to limit it to 1 or 2 a day. And if you're starving, especially in the first few days, if you just feel like you have to eat something, just have a piece of fruit, and ideally that would be an apple. So for lunch, the ideal hour after waking up, it's gonna be if you wait 6 to 7 hours. And for instance, if you wake up at 7 a.m., you can have your lunch around 1 or 2 p.m. So have yourself a massive meal. You can have potatoes with steak, foot-long sandwich from Subway, a bowl of rice with meat, Chipotle, pretty much anything you want you can have. Just make sure you ask for extra meat, or just add some more protein to the meal, and stay away from mayonnaise and these fatty sauces that often come along with the meals. For afternoon, once again, if you feel hungry, you'll have coffee, water, soda water, 0-calorie drinks once again, but not recommended. And for dinner, it's up to you what time you want to have your dinner. Sometimes people have a little get-togethers with their family, so that's when they have it. Some people enjoy eating dinner later at night. I'm the second, so I would eat my dinner around 10-11 p.m. It doesn't really matter what's the time. Make sure you have your proper meal here as well. Have slightly less carbohydrates. You can still eat carbohydrates, but don't go as crazy as you would go for lunch. So have yourself, for instance, salmon, veggies, and a bit of rice, or chicken sandwich, or a salad with meat plus low-fat frozen yogurt. It's really up to you. There's no limit in what type of food you can have for dinner. Now that we've got the nutrition out of the way, I want to get to the fun stuff. And I'm going to show you the best way to build an aesthetically appealing body working out only 3 hours a week. First, I want to establish what is the physique we're after. What's the ideal physique? It's a lean built aesthetic physique with visually appealing proportions that are noticeable through your clothes and show your masculinity. And what we're not after is a bulky, puffy muscles and overly developed traps, glutes, and obliques, which ultimately add size to your waist. So what are the muscles that create this visually impactful looking physique? Broad shoulders. Everyone out there who has well-developed broad shoulders, you can instantly recognize them, and it gives them that respect amongst other guys. So if you have broad shoulders, it's great muscle to have. It's hard to build, but it's absolutely necessary if you want to have a masculine looking physique. Broad back, it once again adds width to your shoulders. If you have well developed back, it's really impactful once again. Broad chest, these are the muscles that are bigger in the upper body, so they make you stand out instantly, and women love it as well. Also lean abs, and by lean abs I mean slim waist and chiseled abs. This is what we're all after, right? And athletic legs. And by athletic legs, I mean not overly developed quads where you can't simply put any pants on, or you have to wear sweatpants all the time because you've been squatting and deadlifting all day. I mean like lean legs where you can tell that you've been working out, but at the same time you can wear pretty much any type of pants you would want and still look good in business attire. So how to train if you have very limited time to do so and still get the incredible results you're after. Work on big muscle groups first. And by big muscle groups, I mean work on your chest, your back, your legs. And then for cosmetic groups like shoulders, arms, triceps, abs, you wouldn't put as much focus. So your workouts will be focused on activating the bigger muscle groups in your body. So you'll be doing exercises that are challenging and activate more than one body part. So you would be doing pull-ups and directly you're targeting the back, but then you're also activating your biceps, your rear delts. When you're doing the bench press, you're directly working on your chest, but then you're also working on your front delts. You're also working on your triceps. For the squats, it's the same. So we're gonna do challenging exercises. If you have very limited time, your focus should be doing compound movements and not isolation movements. So this hurts me really bad when I see guys in the gym who are only working out 1 or 2 times a week, and all they do is abs and arms, and they expect to get these results. They expect to get in incredible shape, but it simply doesn't work like that. You have to do compound movements that are challenging. Also, make sure you lift heavy. Do not chase the pump. So if you're after getting results, if you want to build lean muscle, if you want to burn more calories with your workouts, lift heavy. Stay within the 6 to 8 repetition range, and make sure you're not chasing the pump. This is another mistake that I see guys in the gym doing 15 to 20 repetitions with a lightweight, getting this pump, but all that does is just simply flush some blood into the muscle and make it look pumped up, but that's just during the workout. It doesn't add that dense size to the muscle. It doesn't add that appealing proportion to the muscles, let's put it this way. So lift heavy, and never go to complete failure with each set and exercise, because this is taxing your nervous system. You can't recover and your body's breaking down, and instead of building muscle, you'll be losing muscle. So this is extremely important. There's time and place for working out to failure, but a lot of beginners do this mistake. So they would complete each set to failure and each exercise, and they're never gonna get the results. And this is one part of the equation why they're not. And if you want to lose fat fast, add additional exercises at the end of each workout, such as jumping jacks and burpees. This will help you trim off fat fast as well. So here's a sample workout split that you can follow. For Monday, because everybody else is doing chest, you want to do something different. We want to stand out. We want to be the 1%ers here. So Monday, start off with the back. Do a couple of exercises for the back, and then do 1 or 2 exercises for the bicep, 1 or 2 exercises for the abs. Wednesday, we're going to do the same with the chest. Do 2 to 3 exercises for the chest. Again, focus on compounds, no isolation movements. Add 1 or 2 exercises for the triceps, because it's already have gotten some work in because of the chest. So all the pressing movements that you've done for the bench press, from the incline presses, you can already feel the triceps, so you want to add 1 or 2 movements at most. Same for the abs. And then Friday, we want to start off with the legs, as they're the biggest part in your body. And when working out the legs, you're burning the most amount of calories. So you don't want to neglect that. This is another mistake I see. Guys are not doing legs at all. And this is the fastest way to lose weight, actually, to work on your legs. And then focus on the shoulders. Here I would do a 50-50 split, because we don't want our legs overly developed. So I would do only 2 exercises for the legs, and then 2 to 3 exercises for the shoulders, because shoulders are the muscle that add this impactful look to your frame, create that V type of physique, and actually make you look good with clothes. Make your shoulders pop when you put your t-shirt on. And also want to work on the abs, because our ideal goal is to have lean 6-pack abs, so we want to work on them every other day. So the total time per workout would be anywhere between 45 to 60 minutes. We're doing 2 to 3 exercises for major muscle groups, and 1 to 2 exercises for the smaller ones. So for the abs, choose a challenging exercise and perform a different one each time. So if you're doing only 1 exercise, for instance, Monday you can do plank, Wednesday you can do hanging leg raises, Friday you can do ab rollouts. Just make sure you alternate between different exercises. And what is the best exercise if you want to drop fat rapidly? And I know this is extremely controversial, and some of you are going to be surprised by my answer. But the best exercise for you to drop fat is walking. And it is walking because it's not harmful on your joints. You can combine it with several other activities, so you could be listening to podcasts, educating yourself while walking, and it's not taxing on your nervous system. So you can be walking around every single day, and it is you can combine it with other activities as well. So instead of taking a tram or taking your car to work every morning, make sure you park further away, walk 20-30 minutes. You can do that after work as well. And first off, it helps you peak your mental state in the morning, because you get to have this little me time for yourself where you get to think and prepare yourself for the day, and also allows you to burn calories. And the amount of calories you burn by walking and by slight jog there's not as much difference as you would think. So in the long term, I would go for walking rather than jogging or any type of activity for losing fat. So add walking to your routine several times a week, and for the weekend, if you can, go for 1, 2, 3 hour walk with your kids, or go for a hike. This is the best exercise you can do for fat loss. Mindset. This is big. If you want to get results, you first have to believe it. You have to get your mindset right, and be aware that this is a process, and as every process, it takes time to get it right. So the first few weeks you might be struggling, but as your body adjusts, you also adjust your mental state. You start seeing the results, and you get better at it, and you improve every single day. Limit the fixed beliefs and only compare yourself today to yourself yesterday. So never compare yourself to others, or compare yourself to people who are way more successful than you and what they do, because you don't know where they come from. They might have been doing it for years and years, and they might be coming from a completely different situation. So compare yourself today to yourself yesterday. Have a growth mindset. So know that everything can be improved and changed. Nothing in life is static. So what is happening today, how you're looking today, is not necessarily how you're going to look tomorrow, and it all depends on you. So just have this in your mind. You can change absolutely the way you look, the way you feel, and it all depends on you. Everything can be improved. If you have it in your head, it's absolutely possible, and all it takes for you now is to map out a plan. So here are another 3 tips that I want you to follow. Find an accountability partner. So call your best buddy and tell him, hey man, I'm getting in shape. I need some accountability, so I want you, please call me out every other day and please get my ass to the gym. Join support groups. Join a group of people who are going on the same journey as you are, who are trying to lose the weight. And commit to a fixed date so you can see the end horizon. So this is another big mistake that I see. People go on diets, start training, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna get fit, but they don't set an end date for when that's gonna happen. So they keep pushing it off until it eventually falls off completely. So you don't want to do that. Set a fixed date and commit to that date. For recovery, allow yourself 20 minutes with no technology before bed. You want to get your mindset right. You want to have this thinking time at night, and technology actually doesn't allow you to fall asleep. So that's why a lot of the people that I work with, they're sleep deprived, and this is the cause. All that technology, all the light from the blue light that comes out from the phones and from the computers doesn't allow your mind to get into resting state and actually allow you to fall asleep faster. Burn out physically so you don't burn out mentally. So this is a big one. People actually think that when they start working out, it's gonna be stressful on them, but it's quite the opposite. When you feel that you're tense mentally, just make sure you go work out. and you'll feel so much better, guys. So much better. Allow yourself 2 hours of weekly me time, and that's ideally the weekend for me. On Sunday, I would go out for a walk for a couple of hours where I'm only thinking about myself, thinking about my goals, analyzing the week before, analyzing of what I want to accomplish in the next week, health-wise, career-wise, relationship-wise. I just have this me time which allows me to focus and actually get on my goals and achieve them. Jog if you can't walk. So this is another thing for recovery. I ideally prefer walking, but jogging is proved to be a stress relief for a lot of people. So if you have tough time at work, tough time with your spouse, go for a jog. It's gonna help you. Meditate for 5 to 10 minutes in the morning. So I ideally do it for 5 to 10 minutes. When I wake up in the morning, that's the first thing I do. It's deep breathing. So I would just allow myself to do deep breaths for 5 minutes, and then for 5 minutes I would simply lay flat on the ground with my arms relaxed to the side, and I would just think and again breathe through my stomach. So I would try to breathe through my diaphragm. Go out for lunch if you can. Don't eat in the office. So this is another thing that I see a lot of people do because the work is piling on, and I realize that we're all busy these days, and with all the distractions it's really hard to get your work done. But even if you have a desk pile with tasks, go out for lunch because you'll be so much more productive as you come back. So you now have all the tools, but before you get started, I want you to do the most important step in this life training, and that's to answer the 5 whys. I call it the 5 why system, and I put all my clients through it before we get started, and I want you to do exactly the same. So when somebody comes to me, I would ask them, why do you want to lose the weight? And their reply would be something like, to feel better, I need to lose some weight. And I would go, so why are you starting? And they would go like, I want to get 20 pounds off my body. So why do you want to get 20 pounds off of your body? Well, I've just noticed that my wife is not giving me the attention I deserve. Okay, and what makes you think that your wife is not giving you the attention you deserve? Well, I've noticed that she's looking at other guys. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just curious. Why does it bother you? Oh my god, my wife neglects me and we haven't had sex in 3 months and she looks at other men and I think she's cheating on me and that's why I need to lose the weight. And you see guys, that is the reason why you start training that's the reason you start training for. And that is your why. It could be different for you. I'm just playing out an example here, but the goal is never just to lose the weight. You have a deep desire, deep emotion that's attached to that goal that you want to reach, and it could be different for you. But I want you to find your why when you're starting. I want you to find what is that reason that makes you tick in the morning and why you actually want to get that result. And no one makes a change until they hit the rock bottom. But I want to ask you something. If you were to meet 3 months from now, how would you feel if you reached your goals and walked around with confidence, setting an example for your family and those around you? Just imagine yourself today. And I want you to think about it. How you look today, how you feel today. What are your pains, your struggles? What is your why? And I want you to imagine yourself 3 months from now having achieved all those goals that you've set for yourself, feeling completely transformed, feeling awesome, setting an example for those around you, feeling absolutely marvelous, confident, achieving all your goals. And just draw that line. Draw that line how you're going to get there. Map out a plan. So here's a quick recap on our session so far. Eliminate negative people in your life and surround yourself with people who are either on the same journey as you are or want to start on it. For the nutrition, calculate your calories, split it between 2 meals, and push the breakfast off. For training, work out 3 times a week only, train heavy, targeting only major muscle groups, and don't chase the pump. Lift heavy. Mindset. Know that nothing in life is static, and you will be improving daily if you have it as a goal. Recovery. Allow yourself with no technology before bed. Try to walk more and have me time where you can think about your life, about your goals, and how you will be moving forward. And I want to ask you a question. Do you think you can get results if you apply the principles I'm teaching you today? I want you to type in the chat box if you think you can get results with what I'm showing you today. Okay, yes, absolutely. I'm gonna crush it. Alright, that's awesome, guys. I can see that you're pumped up. And I'm sure you'll get results if you have that attitude towards your goals. I'm sure you're gonna crush it and you're gonna get results. So you can still get results all while enjoying the foods you loved, and I just showed you how. You can get results while working out only a few times a week. And you can still enjoy drinking and social events because you have all that time at your expense. And that's all great. I mean, this sounds great. It's absolutely amazing. And I know it is. This framework's awesome. But why haven't you gotten results so far? What's the reason you haven't gotten results so far? And here's why many guys struggle with their health and fitness goals. They try to apply training and nutrition protocols that are prescribed for professional athletes and models. They focus on minors instead of majors. They don't know whether what they're doing is working or not. They don't have systems in place. They don't run the day, but the day runs them. And I'm going to share with you my 2 tips for success that will help you break past all the struggles and completely transform your body and life. It is so simple, but it will blow your mind. It has worked like wonder for me and for the hundreds of other guys I've helped to get in peak condition. So success principle number 1, model what works. What works for people like you, busy high achievers who still manage their time and get in incredible shape. And what I teach you today works. I use it personally. I have taught it to many other people as well. And I'm constantly trying and tweaking the process. So I'm teaching you my best material. And you'll get results if you follow it. It's as simple as that. So my success principle number 2. The simplest path is often the easiest. And keep it stupid simple, guys. Don't overcomplicate it. Make sure you work out 3 times a week. Make sure you eat twice a day, under the calories you're burning. Don't focus on how many reps, how many sets, white rice or brown rice. These are all minors. So do you think that the information I've just shared with you today is valuable and completely transform your body and life if applied? Yes, it's valuable. Yes, awesome. Great stuff, Simeon. Alright, thank you guys. Thank you. So you all have the information now to break past the chains and finally go get out there, get the results, achieve that body that you want so bad, and get your confidence back, get in that peak state. So now basically you have 2 options. You can go at it alone and spend hundreds of dollars on personal trainers and coaches and waste tons of time trying to figure this stuff out, getting frustrated and going through the process of starting and quitting over and over again like I did for years. And number 2, learn the proven system from somebody who has not just done it, but actually mastered it and is one of the few in the world who teaches this stuff. So I'm introducing to you the 90 Days to an Impactful Look for Busy Man. And it's a program catered towards busy guys who have very scarce time on their expense to get in shape but want to have that lean, aesthetic, impactful look. And what exactly is the 90 Days to an Impactful Look program? It will show you how to completely transform your physique in just 90 days and look like a modern day superhero even if you've never been fit in your life. It's a 12-week program going through 4 different phases that cover everything into detail. The exact workouts you should be doing, easy to follow nutrition strategies, fitness trackers, logs that will help you shortcut your success by years and allow you to plug yourself in a proven to work system. You can log in and access the program anytime you like from anywhere in the world. And here's what we cover in the program. Module 1. It's an introductory module that is preparing you for success. Module 2 is going to be mindset and motivation. Module 3 focuses on training and strategies for getting results. Module 4 are the impactful look workout routines. Module 5 is going to be nutrition and tips for enjoyable dieting. Module 6 is going to be video exercises, library, and I'll have a bonus module for you included. And I'm going to share with you just a minute what are the bonuses included. So in module number 1, I'm going to show you the exact process you need to follow to get results fast. All the terminology you need to know to instantly become a veteran in the world of fitness. How to avoid injuries and be more energized after your sessions rather than burned out. How to track your progress to ensure you're moving forward every single day. Things to not do in the gym if you don't want to be seen as a jerk. In module 2, I'll cover how to be the guy who has it all together. What is willpower and how you can better utilize yours to get incredible results. The reward fitness feedback loop. How to create a positive loop and get momentum on your quest to get fit. The return on effort effect and how to do less work and get better results. In module 3, I'll break down what is the ideal physique that women go crazy about. Why everyone has abs but most guys will never see theirs. And how you can be amongst the few who do. The 4 workout tips that will fast track your progress by 400%. How to get 10 times more out of your workouts with reverse pyramid training and why you've been training wrong for years. How to have a rock solid core, be more functional and flexible at the same time. Rest pose technique that will allow you to add inches to any leg and body part in no time. In module 4, I'm going to show you the exact workouts you need to be doing in the next 12 weeks to get a lean, impactful looking physique. 4 different workout phases that allow you to build a foundation and strategically focus on certain body parts to shape your body how you want it to look and not how it ends up. The exact cool down session that allows me to avoid soreness and increase the weights I'm using in the gym with each session. A full body warm up that will ensure your joints are properly warmed and you will stay injury free. In module 5, I'm going to cover the 3 pillars of nutrition and how to ensure you're eating exactly as much as you need to support your goals. A little known strategy that will allow you to eat nearly as much as you want on the weekends and still drop fat like crazy. What exactly is body fat and how to rapidly reduce yours. How to determine your macronutrient split to hit your targets and goals consistently. Entire day of eating examples that take you through what I eat on a daily basis to get results. How to drink alcohol and enjoy social events while still looking incredible. And a food list that is showing you the exact foods that you need to be eating. In module 6, you get a video library where I show you a short video of each exercise that's included within the program and explaining you what exactly are the techniques to perform it correctly and to get the most out of it so you get your results incredibly fast. And let's look at the timeline and what will happen over the next 12 weeks. The rapid progression will be as it follows. Week 1 to 2 will follow a protocol that will allow us to set up the foundation. So it's going to be all about core stabilization and posture rebuilding. I know most of you are spending their days sitting, so you have this crooked posture, you have these rounded forward shoulders, you feel pain in the lower back. So first 2 weeks are going to be focused on that. We're going to build a rock solid core and improve your posture, so we actually have the foundation to actually build upon in the next following weeks. So week 2 to 6, it's going to be the growth stage where we focus on the major muscle groups in the upper body. So we're going to focus on the chest and back. We're going to add some size. We're going to build some dense muscle, and all of that while still dropping fat like crazy. Week 6 to 10, it's going to be fine tuning. We're going to add some size strategically to our shoulders to create that impactful looking physique, to create that V-shaped body that you're all after. And week 10 to 12, it's going to be the final touch-ups of arm specialization, because let's be honest, we always guys want to have arms that are hugging the sleeves. So we're not going to miss out on that either. And all of that, you have it step by step, exactly laid out, so you just have to follow along. You don't have to think about anything. It's all written out there for you. You simply plug yourself into the system and you get results. And we achieve in 12 weeks what other guys are working out for their entire lives. And that's still questionable, as there are hundreds of guys out there who are working out for years and still didn't get any results. And I'm sure there's some of you who've been working out for quite some time. So I want you to comment in the section here on the side if you've been working out for more than 3 years and you still don't look as you want. Okay, Nicholas is saying that he's been working out for quite some time and doesn't have the result. Yeah, yo-yo dieting. I can totally relate, guys. I can totally relate because it happened to me as well. Yo-yo dieting, yeah, it's a big thing. So you had an injury, okay. Yeah, so you also get within the program me as your wingman. So this is big. You have questions along the way. You'll be unsure. And I've been unsure along the way many times. So you need somebody to ask. And you have direct access to me, personal access to me. And you have priority access to my email inbox. So I guarantee response within 24 hours. You also have the ability to partner up with like-minded people who are going through the same journey as you are. So we get to support each other. You actually have a network of supportive people, because we've already established the importance of the circle of 5 friends, or the 5 closest people around you. And if none of them are within the sports field or taking care of themselves, you're gonna be it's gonna be extremely challenging for you to plug yourself and not feel distance from them. And you're gonna need support from others who are on the same journey as you are. You also get real life examples of how it's done, so we can model off what's already working instead of banging your head against the wall. And I also have very special bonuses that I've already mentioned I'm going to be including. So bonus one is going to be a fitness tracker where you can plug in your daily records, the weights that you're hitting. So you see how you're progressing down the road. You also get a get ready for an event in 14 days guide. So if you have a wedding coming up, or a beach party, or any event in 2 weeks that you want to get ready for, I'm going to show you how you can get prepared and get rid of the fat extremely fast, faster than any way out there that is known. I mean, it's incredibly effective. You can lose anywhere between 10 to 15 pounds in these 2 weeks. I'm also going to show you the muscle building secrets and what are the little tricks that nobody tells you about when it comes to building muscle, and why most of the approach that you see out there is not working, and why you should be training differently as a natural guy, because we're constantly bombarded from the media of strategies of how people are getting fit and how they're getting in incredible shape, but they're all taking steroids. So this doesn't relate to you. If you're a natural guy and you want to build muscle and get in shape, you should not be following the advice from magazines or from forums. or anything like that. I also give you the ultimate guide to cardio, which takes you pretty much to everything you need to know about cardio, how to strategically drop fat on demand, what are the best ways to do it, and I'll also include a 4-minute Tabata there that helps you drop fat like crazy, especially combined with the weight training that we do within the program. And I'm also going to include a weight loss tracker where you can plug in your daily measurements so you can see how you're progressing along the way. And all of these bonuses are valued at $597, which you're going to get for free. So in summary, here's what you get. You get a 90 days to an Impactful Look program. You get personal access to me as your wingman or coach. Call me however you like. And bonuses that are worth more than $597. So do the math yourself. I've been a certified personal trainer for a little over 5 years. And I've been training for more than 8. I've been through a lot of trial and error. And I was trying to figure this model out for quite some time. I've been testing hundreds of things out there to see what works and what doesn't. And I've been struggling with yo-yo dieting and countless of hours spent in the gym with little to no results to show for. I spent hundreds of dollars hiring coaches and mentors myself to get access to proven to work strategies, and I want to give it all to you. So I'm giving you the 90 days to an Impactful Look program, which is valued at $14.97. Personal access to me for the entire 3 months of the program, for the entire 12 weeks. I'm going to be helping you out with any questions you have on this journey. So that's valued at $19.97. Bonuses worth more than $597. And a proven model and system you can plug yourself into and get results from day one. So the total price of the program is $4,091. But I have a very, very special offer for today's training attendees only. I'm going to give you the 90 days to an Impactful Look program, which is once again valued at $14.97. Personal access to me, all the bonuses that are included within the program, plus a 30-minute initial consultation with me personally to get you started. And I'm going to cut the price in half, so you get more than 50% reduction just because you've proven that you're an action taker, and I like to reward action takers, so I'm gonna cut the price in half. So you're gonna get the program today for $19.97 only, or 4 monthly payments of $4.99. So you have literally no excuses right now, guys, for not joining the program and not making it happen. I've shown you what it is, but before I show you how you can join the program, I want to tell you who it is for, because I don't want to work with anybody. I want to work with a very, very specific population, and I'm in the position to get to choose who I want to work with. So I want to only work with positive people who are ready to make a change and are tired of their current physical state. I want to work with people who are committed to setting an example for those around them and taking full responsibility for their actions. I want to work with people who are busy but still can find time to at least work out 2 to 3 hours a week. And who it is not for? Dabblers, complainers, and whiners. I don't want to work with these type of people. People who know it all, get fit quick type of people. People who aspire to be professional athletes and models. And lazy people who don't take action and responsibility. I don't want to work with any of those. So if you find yourself in this category, I'm sorry, we wouldn't be a good fit for each other. So please move on with your life. So I have a action-based money back guarantee. If you do this program, you get visible results within the first 30 days, and that's my personal guarantee to you. So if you do this program, take the action, and do not get visible results, then I'll give you a full immediate refund, let you keep the course materials, and cut you a personal check for $100 as my way for apologizing for wasting your time. I'm not a faceless organization, and I stay behind my promises, and that's why I stand behind this program 110%. And that's why I'm not afraid to make this bold guarantee that you see on top. And because I love action takers, and you seem to be one, if you pay the program in full, I'm going to give you an additional discount. So today, if you pay the program in full, you get it for $14.97. You get the Impactful Look for Men program, all the bonuses, access to me, 30 minutes consultation for $14.97. So you get to save $500, guys. Or if you still want to do the split payments, you still have to pay $19.97. It's just the way it is. But if you're among the action takers, if you're amongst these people who are really committed to make this change happen, make sure you go to SimeonKrastevFitness.com/90 days. So it's SimeonKrastevFitness.com/90 days and get yourself started. Sign up for the program right away. You get access to it. There are only 10 seats available, so there are a lot of people on these webinars who want to act fast. You don't want to miss out on it, because I don't know if I'm going to be reopening the program again. If you have any trouble purchasing, make sure you email me at SimeonKrastev@yahoo.com, and I'm going to take some questions now. I want to have some questions answered because I can see some of you are asking here in the comments. So James asked, what if I've never been fit in my life? Okay. So, well, James, that creates another question back to you. Are you committed to changing your lifestyle and improving your health and fitness? All right, you are committed. You are. So then wouldn't you want to start with a framework that is going to lead you down the path of success? Okay, right, yes you want. Okay, and because you're in that starter phase, the 90 days to an Impactful Look program will answer all of your questions that you certainly have once you get started on this journey. So it will save you weeks, months, and even years sometimes of failure and avoiding the stress, disappointment, self-criticism. We all face these challenges, and you have me on your side, helping you and supporting you in a way, so you wouldn't feel alone on that journey. You have me, you have the support of others as well, so we'll make sure you get results. All right, another question here comes from Mike. So how is your program different? Okay, so how the 90 Days to an Impactful Look program is different? It is a transformation program, guys. It's not an information one, meaning that it's not just gonna be content. I'm helping you get the outcome result, and I'm already showed you that you're gonna get a full refund if you don't get results. So I promise you, it's an outcome based type of program, and change is hard. Change is extremely hard. Health and fitness is complex, and changing your habits and lifestyle is even harder. And I'm not going to give you just content and leave you out there on your own. I'll be there to hold you accountable, answer your questions, and help you pretty much set realistic expectations and get results step by step. So this is how I differ from the others out there. I realize the struggles of busy guys in 21st century, and I know how hard it is to stay in shape. So I want to help you out with that. And this is how my program differs from all the others. And I'm also a certified personal trainer who has worked with hundreds of clients in the real world. So I'm not someone who's only had personal success and I'm now preaching my way to the others. We're all unique, and the approach that I'm taking varies from person to person. And I've worked with plenty of men out there, so I'm sure I've seen someone that's in your situation. And I can help you break past that limiting beliefs that you're having right now. And I can help you pretty much get results and get the experience of someone who's in the trenches every single day. And as you've already seen from the things that I'm teaching here today, the program is incredibly simple and it's easy to follow, so you can plug yourself into it right there from day one. So this is how I'm different. This is how the program's different, and this is how I actually ensure that all of my clients are getting results. So let's talk results now, because this is the thing that we're all after. Once again, there are only 10 seats available, guys, so make sure you go grab yourself a spot. Alright, there are 9 spots left. Somebody already joined, so yeah, make sure you act fast, because you don't want to miss out on that. And because I don't want I don't think you want to go and bang your head in the wall for the next months or years for that matter. You want to get lean, aesthetically appealing body, which will ultimately allow you to improve other areas of your life. And I'm sure you do. I've wanted it for so long, but I just didn't know how to do it, and I had to go out there and actually figure it out on my own. So I started as a skinny drunk gamer who had no muscle whatsoever and never took part of any school activities or sports. I have been training for more than 8 years, guys, and I've worked in the fitness industry for 5, competed in a men's physique show, and learned the traditional ways of getting in shape. Then again, I've hit the rock bottom, but managed to get back in shape in less than 90 days, and I'm going to teach you the exact systems that I've used to do that. So literally from overworked, skinny, fat, corporate employee to having a model-like physique in just 90 days, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can do the same. So here you can see my transformation from a skinny guy to skinny fat, transforming to a model-like physique, and these are just my results, but I want to talk about what I've been able to achieve for my clients as well. I've helped over 120 guys lose over 900 pounds of fat and rebuild their bodies. Helped a number of guys with their marriages, and I know it doesn't sound like the two things relate, but trust me, they do. A lot of things that you don't realize at this very moment are closely related to your health, and if you're not feeling in a peak state, it's harming your relationships, it's harming your business, it's harming your productivity. It's literally one of these pieces in the puzzle that if you get fixed, you'll see how your entire life is shifting to a positive direction. And I've also helped 30 men indirectly increase their income by allowing them to peak their confidence when transforming their bodies. So I want you to show me someone in the industry who is helping busy men transform their bodies in such a short time, accounting for all the life nuances. Not just preaching my way, telling you you should do this and that. I'm actually considering that there are times in your life where you will be unable to work out, where you will be unable to follow a strict diet or eating plan. So it is all included in the program. There's literally all the strategies and tips so you can stay on track even when you're traveling, even when you're unable to work out. I teach you how to do all of that within the program. And I'm not just a random guy hiding behind a computer screen. I'm actually living in Hong Kong, and this here is from a party that we've recently had with some of the top personal trainers here in Hong Kong. You can see we're just normal guys. We're having fun. We're having drinks here and there. So if you happen to join the program and you're based in Hong Kong, I'd be more than happy to meet you in person. And I want to show you now some of my clients who've taken action. So this is here Stefan, and he's a entrepreneur as well. He's an owner of art gallery, and he's a guy who likes to drink quite a bit. He's drinking pretty much every single night. He's enjoying a drink or two. He's a food lover as well, and he used to be quite overweight. He used to weigh over 100 kilograms, which is 220 pounds. And over the course of 90 days, we've been able to get him lose 30 of those pounds and actually start to see his abs a bit. And he still kept drinking nearly every single night. We just played with his nutrition, so he wasn't 100% committed, and he still got results. So I'm sure there are some of you out there who are worried about the things that you have to give up in order to get results. But I want to assure you that the changes that we're gonna make to what you're doing right now are very, very minimalistic, and you still get maximum results, and you still get in incredible shape. So here's what he says: working with Simeon enabled me to develop a professional workout program that combined with a clear understanding of how to perform the exercises with detailed knowledge of why the exercise was important and the benefits it would deliver. Oh wow. I think Stefan copied this from somewhere, but yeah, I'm extremely humbled to have him write such a powerful words. I mean, I feel really blessed to be able to help guys transform their life in such a way and get incredible results. So what else he says? Simeon ensured that I've got the very best out of every workout. He's an excellent motivator whilst also a source of wider lifestyle advice. including how to achieve the benefits of healthy eating as a part of busy modern lifestyle. With his blend of professional sports expertise and holistic approach, I achieved a level of personal fitness that resulted in me being fitter than I had ever been in my life, built on a solid foundation, and enabled me to maintain it. So this is another thing, guys. I'm not just teaching you how to get fit in these 90 days. I'm showing you how to fish pretty much. I'm showing you how you can go out there on your own after these 90 days and still sustain your results, still look incredible. So this is an investment in your health, and it's not just for the next 90 days. It's for life. You're going to keep the information. You're going to get the knowledge. And what you get is my combined knowledge of 8 years. So I've spent 8 years within the industry, and I've learned literally. I've went through every single book that I could find out there. I've read all the nutrition articles that I could get my hands on, researches. I've reached out to professors. So I'm teaching you only the best stuff, and it works incredibly well. So the next one here is Simeon. He's been 105 kilos overweight, didn't work out at all. So in just 90 days, we were able to transform his body completely. As you can see, he has abs here, but he was fully committed, guys. I tell you what, this guy is incredibly committed. So he'll follow through everything. Literally, what I advise him to do, he followed through. No excuses. So he was a bit more strict than Stefan, and as you can see here, it's paying off definitely. So how to get started on your transformation journey? It's one-time payment again, $14.97. This is a very special offer that I have for this webinar attendees only, and it's gonna be valid for a couple more hours. So you want to act fast. Then if you want to join the program and there's still any spots left, you're gonna have to pay the full price, which is $19.97, or 4 payments of $4.99. And there are 8 spots left right now, so you want to make sure you secure yourself a spot. And how to get started, again, SimeonKrastevFitness.com/90 days. Enroll within the program there. And I want to take a few more questions now, because I can see your guys having some in the comment. But let me just take a sip of water first. So Tony is asking, I live in the UK, and how does it work? Alright, Tony, so pretty much it doesn't matter where you live. This is a digital program, so you have direct access to me over social media, over phone, over Skype. You can contact me, and you get access to the program on your mobile device. So you can access it on your computer or on your mobile phone. It doesn't really matter. The only problem could be the time difference, but I've never experienced such a problem. I live in Hong Kong, so there's always a chance we can arrange our calls, our sessions. So you can more than confidently join the program. Can I sign up later this year? This is a tricky question. I don't know if I'm gonna be opening the program anytime soon, because I'm quite busy myself. So I only like to work with a few people at a time until we get results. So I might open the program again in 90 days, but that's yet to be figured. It's not 100% certain yet, so I can't answer this question at this very moment. But if you want to join in, make sure you do it now. So Daniel asked how much the program takes. As I said, Daniel, the program's incredibly easy to follow. It only takes 2 to 3 hours a day, and you still get to eat the foods you're eating pretty much. There's no cooking time involved. You can pretty much eat all your meals out. This is what I do here in Hong Kong. I'm eating out all the time, and I'm still getting the results. So literally you need a gym access and 2 to 3 hours a week to get the results. So guys, I've already went over the program, what you're getting, and I just don't want you to go through the same struggles that I've been. I've spent over $82,000 on training, wasted over $15,000 on supplements, chewed through more than chicken and broccoli than you can ever imagine. Tried more than 70 different workout plans, hired personal trainers and coaches I didn't need, yo-yo dieted for years, read over 100 books on training and nutrition, and burned multiple years of my life I will never get back figuring this shit out. And I don't want you to get through the same struggles I did. I took the leap of faith, and I've changed my direction overnight, just like Jim Rohn advised me. And I advise you to do the same. Just take a leap of faith, jump over that bridge, and you'll be much more happier tomorrow. You'll be happy with the decision that you've made, because you know deep inside that it's gonna transform your life in a positive direction. And you already know how it works. You're at your computer watching this training. You've heard how it works. You know exactly what you're getting. And all the education institutions are now integrating online platforms which are growing year after year. And you have the access to the program anytime on any device, as I already said. So you get to pull out your phone in the gym and actually follow along the workouts. And you know that transforming your body will be a turning point in your life. It will trigger this momentum and help you move forward with all other areas as well. And I'm just really excited, guys, because I know what are the transformations that some of the other guys already went through. So I'm really excited for those of you who are joining the program today. I'm super pumped up. And it doesn't matter where you're at, anywhere in the world, you can join the program. You're going to get your results. There are, of course, some slight difference within the nutrition. But as I said, the plan we're following is extremely flexible. So you have access to all the foods that are included within the program. It doesn't matter where you live, whether that's Australia, North America, Europe, Asia. Doesn't really matter, guys. You can get the results anywhere you live. And the only thing I want to stress on, you have to act, and you have to act fast. What I've just showed you is the exact system that hundreds of men, me included, used to rapidly drop the fat and completely transform their bodies in 90 days. And if you'd like to get the same results, here's how you can do the same. Simply go to SimeonKrastevFitness.com/90 days. Select the program that you want to jump in, whether that's going to be the one-time payment of $14.97 or you're going to select the split payment of $4.99 and enroll. You get instant access to your materials, so you can get started on your journey right away. You can start today. You don't have to wait. That's the beauty of it, and that's the beauty of the program, that you can follow it at your own pace. You can work out on your own, but at the same time you have the support of somebody who's already been through all of this, who can guide you on your way and help you get the results you're after. And right now you have three options. You can take the information that I've given you today and try to figure it out on your own, and I'm sure you'll get some results. But then again, you have a lot of questions along the way, and it's always ideal to have somebody help you. You can get me as your coach, as your wingman, to help you out and give you the proven to work system, and just plug yourself in there and make sure you transform your body in the next 90 days if you just stick to it and follow through, because it's worked for hundreds of others, and I'm sure it's going to work for you. And if it doesn't, you're of course going to get your money back and $100 check from me for wasting your time. And then the third option, which is the least ideal, and I'm sure you're not going to go for, because if you've reached this point of this training, I'm sure you're one of those action takers who want to make that change actually happen. But you can just close this training and go back doing all the stuff that you've been doing until now and still not get results and be frustrated for years to come. So these are the three options that you're facing right now. And I want to give you the coaching, the resources that me and hundreds of other busy guys used to get in shape and lose fat rapidly. But at the end of the day, it's all up to you. And once again, go act fast, guys. The program's filling up. We have 8 spots left, so you don't want to miss out on that. And believe and take action today. That's my last message. It's all in your hands now. I've laid out my cards. I've showed you exactly what you're going to get. You have personal access to me. You have my guarantee that you're going to get results. And you know that getting this result is completely going to transform your life, especially if you have this why, if you have your deep why laid out. I'm sure you realize how powerful are the things that I'm teaching you, and it's all in your hands. Okay, so guys, I have to go right now. So hope you enjoyed this live training. And if you have any questions, make sure you email me at simeonkrastev@yahoo.com. I'll be more than happy to take any of those questions. And make sure you act fast because the program's going to fill out within minutes. So peace out for now. And see you so very soon on the inside.